Hey everyone, we're back with joint face-to-face here on the LitTube channel. It's Gerald and I talking about some sports news. And what is the word, Gerald?
Word is chairman of the WWE, Vince McMahon, just came out earlier announcing that the XFL, after a 17-year absence, will be returning in 2020. Now, this is exciting news because there have been a lot of negative, thoughts about the NFL lately. And it will be interesting to see if the XFL's second resurrection can come around and actually be a rival to the NFL.
Yeah, this is kind of odd news to me because the XFL was such a flop the first time around. So what really are they trying to do different to make it better?
Well, they're simplifying the game. I think Vince McMahon really pushed today in a press conference that it's just going to be simply football. Whereas the NFL, there's a lot of criticism about rules and fines and everything. He virtually said that it'll just be football to the bottom. There won't be a lot of the bullshit especially that the XFL had before, where people were worried about the game being staged. And I think it's going to get away from what the NFL and just all the rules, where he's virtually pitching a simpler game. So it's going to be a little interesting to see just pure football, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but in order for the XFL to successfully compete with NFL and not be an inferior product, don't they need to get don't they need to be able to draft the talented players and because you already have arena football and it's kind of the market for it's pretty bad. They just get a bunch of second-rate players and there's not much television coverage. I'm just wondering what their actual plan is to try to compete on that kind of level.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see exactly what their plan is going forward too, as well as attracting, potential players that are getting out of college that are either going to go for making millions. I think if the money's there to XFL, I think some players, not all of them, but some may actually be, tempted to go the XFL route. I did see on Instagram Johnny Manziel was very excited about the XFL, seeing how he's pretty much been blackballed in the NFL. So this could be a resurrection of his career.
But see, this is what I'm talking about. Are they just going to get all the washouts from the NFL and all the guys that didn't get drafted out of college to play? I don't know, man. I think this might end up being another flop. I want it to succeed. I want there to be some competition and some other types of stuff to watch. The other thing is, do they already have set which cities are going to have a stadium for these teams? How do you work that out?
That I didn't hear much about. I'm pretty sure that there will be more in the future coming soon, but I don't know. I'm be interested to see where it goes. Especially if they could probably outdo the NFL, I think, honestly, in terms of marketing. Again, the NFL has a really big grip on them, at least in terms of money. They have a lot of money in this. The NFL's been around for, over a century. It's going to be really interesting to see if the XFL can compete. Vince McMahon does have money to do it, so there's no telling what's going to happen.
Well, it's definitely exciting news to see, what's going to come out of this. Again, I don't expect it to be highly competitive with the NFL. I'd be actually shocked if they even get decent television time with this, but there could always be a surprise. And I think it is good, though, for the NFL to get some competition, even if it's not elite competition. They need something to push to challenge their product. And particularly, I think also about, the video games, the Maddens out there, they have some exclusive license to make those kind of games. And, it's time for those guys to get some competition, too.
Yeah, definitely. We can talk about football competition forever. I'm still waiting for 2K to come back.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that, but definitely interesting news here. Vince McMahon trying to give this XFL a second run.
You think they'll draft Brock Lesnar? Think Brock Lesnar's NFL career should be resurrected?
I think what's going to happen is everyone that wants to get drafted in the NFL and doesn't get drafted will just maybe try to be in the XFL draft. They'll just get all the leftovers.
Hey, Tommy Maddox was an XFL player in the early days. Who knows? Anybody can come out of that league.
Yeah, that's another thing is you might see the NFL trying to pick off some of these guys that end up being good. But that does it for this episode.